Hi, grade 8s. Today what we're going to do is we're going to learn about unit rates. So we're looking at some ratios here, but there's going to be a term here that we call unit rates or unit ratios that we're going to focus on today. So just a quick reminder, what is a rate? A rate is a comparison of two amounts measured in different units. So for example, if I was biking to school in the morning, I might say, oh, I biked 10 kilometers in 2 hours. This is a rate. It's telling me my distance compared to my time. So 10 kilometers in 2 hours. Now, the second important word we're going to look at is unit rate. So we still have a comparison. It's still a rate. It's comparing like kilometers and hours, or it's comparing two different things with units. But the second term is always one. And you're going to be quite familiar with this. So for example, with my example where I biked 10 kilometers in 2 hours, I could write this as a unit rate. And the unit rate would be how far did I go in 1 hour. So if I went 10 kilometers in 2 hours, you can see pretty simply that I would have gone 5 kilometers in 1 hour. And so we'd actually write this as 5 kilometers per hour. The per hour means in 1 hour. So you can see speed is an example of a unit rate. So we use unit rates all the time when we're talking about speed. So you might think, oh, it took me, 2 hours to drive 100 kilometers. And you would say, oh, I must have been driving 50 kilometers per hour. So you're taking that 100 kilometers in 2 hours and you're changing it into a unit rate. So I have an example here, and the first example here is someone typing. So if someone was typing here, 250 words in 8 minutes, and I have a second person typing here 300 words in 10 minutes. And the question might be, well, who's typing faster? Well, it's hard to tell because one is typing in 8 minutes and the other is typing in 10 minutes. So what we would do here is we would actually create unit rates so that we can figure out how much each one types in not 8 minutes or 10 minutes, but in actual 1 minute. So let's do this. So I can do 250 words. I can just put a W for words in 8 minutes. The question is, how much would I do in 1 minute? That would be my unit rate. Well, how do I get from 8 minutes to 1 minute? Well, you can see pretty simply, I just divide by 8. Now, to keep this equivalent, I must divide the top by 8. So if I type 250 divided by 8 into my calculator, I get 31.25. So I would type just a little bit more than 31 words in 1 minute. So this would be my unit rate. Well, let's create a unit rate here for the second one. So I'm doing 300 words in 10 minutes. So how much would I do in 1 minute? So you can see in this case I'm dividing by 10. This one here, to keep it balanced, I need to divide by 10. You can see I'm doing 30 words in 1 minute, or 30 words per minute. So you can see in the case where I did 250 words in 8 minutes, that is actually faster than 300 words in 10 minutes. So you can see unit rates can be really powerful. One other spot that I find I use unit rates a lot is actually in the grocery store, because I find you'll see a sign, it'll say you can buy 2 kilograms of some fruit, so example like peaches, for $3.70, and then on the sign beside it, it might say, hey, you can buy these peaches for $1.50 per kilogram, and you kind of wonder, well, which one's a better deal? So the one way we can do that is changing them into unit rates. So in this case here, you can see that I've got $3.70 for 2 kilograms. If I want to figure out the unit rate here, it would be how much it would cost if I had 1 kilogram. So you can see in this case, I'm dividing by 2. So I need to divide $3.70 by 2. $1.80 would give me $3.60. So therefore, I would need $1 $2.85 for 1 kilogram of peaches. So this would be the unit rate. So I hope this has given you a little bit of background into unit rates and why it might be helpful. Good luck on the questions.